up to all the YouTube viewers. Make sure you hit that like button, share this.
Dead mouse that have talked shit about me. I've picked people up that have tried to knock me down. I've wiped the tears off of people that have caused mine. And I've answered phone calls from people that wouldn't take mine. Crazy, right? Maybe. I realize that I will not lose myself in the hatred for others. Life is crazy, but even through all the bullshit, I'm gonna still be right here, being me. You know how I've fed mouths that have talked shit about?
Here it is. I'm not your son. You're not my father. We're just two grown men saying goodbye. No need to forget. No need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine. While you're sleeping, I try to make you proud. So daddy, won't you just close your eyes? Don't be afraid. It's my turn to chase the monsters away. Sleep a lifetime, yes, and breathe a last word. Can feel my hand on your own. Here it is.
If everyone is against me, everyone will lose. I am the dark horse, the underdog, the one who goes it alone. I don't need them. I don't need their support or their help. I don't need anything they have to offer. Because when the chips are down and the stakes are high, I am the only one who can win. I don't play nice. I don't ask for favors. And I don't bow my head to anyone. I am the one who makes my own luck, creates my own opportunities, and seizes my own destiny. If everyone is...
There's something wrong with you. Me too. There's something wrong with you. Me too.
How broken was William Shakespeare when he wrote, "When I got enough confidence, the stage was gone. When I was sure of losing, I won. When I needed people the most, they left me. When I learned to dry my tears, I found a shoulder to cry on. And when I mastered the art of hating, somebody started loving me." How broken was William Shakespeare when he wrote, "When I got enough confidence, the stage was gone. When I was sure of losing, I won. When I needed people the most, they left me. When I learned to dry my tears, I found a shoulder to cry on. And when I mastered the art of hating, somebody started loving me."
It took me 3 years to understand this. You can't force someone to love you. I spent so much time fighting for one-sided affections, trying to prove my worth to people who clearly didn't see what I was offering them. I thought that if I was kind enough, caring enough, and present enough, maybe they'd end up seeing in me what I hoped they'd see. But the harsh reality is that you can't beg for love. These 3 years have been a journey, a series of lessons learned in pain and hope. And you're one of the people who have already figured that out. I finally understood that love has to be reciprocal to be true. It has to come naturally, without you having to overexert yourself or lose yourself along the way. I've learned to recognize the signs of unrequited affection, to listen to my intuition when it whispers that I deserve better. I've realized that it took me 3 years to understand.
You think I quit? They quit on me. When I finally got put together, I went back expecting a big welcome. You know what they said? Your history. Moved right on to the next bookie standing in line. There was a lot left in me. I never got a chance to show him.
You gotta let go of that stuff from the past, because it just doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you choose to be now.
I don't understand why everybody has to be so judgmental. I understand why my mom's judgmental. I think it's because she cares partially. I think it's also partially because everyone else is looking at her like, hey, Cody's just a bum. Cody's this, Cody's that, Cody's this. Cody's me, bro. Let me be me. When is that going to start?
And why didn't you quit? You knew I was trying to get rid of you, yet you stayed.
Yeah, I stayed. I stayed because every time you threw a brick at my head or said I smelled, it hurt. But it could never hurt more than it did every day of my life just being me. I stayed because I thought if anyone could change me, could make me not me, it was you.
You gotta put your past behind you. Look, kid, bad things happen, and you can't do anything about it, right?
Right.
Wrong! When the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on the world.
You are too concerned with what was and what will be. There's a saying, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.
I've reached a point in my life where, frankly, I don't want to get bogged down in the details anymore. If you feel like chatting with me, that's great. If not, well, that's okay. You can't force relationships, whether it's friendship or love. I've decided to take life as it is, without complicating it too much. When you try too hard to force things, you end up hurting yourself. I learned that the hard way, and by always trying to please everyone, I realized that I was forgetting myself in the process. So now, I just let things happen naturally. Life is full of surprises, some good, some not so good, but each one teaches me a lesson. I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. If something is meant to happen in my life, it will. And if it doesn't, maybe life has something planned. I've reached a point in my life where
A burrito flew around my room before you came.
No much.
First, let me help out the mower of the lawn. I don't wanna cut the grass.
They call me Juan. They call me Jose. They call me Carlos Sánchez de la Cruz Rodriguez Martinez Lopez.
Juanita. I go to church now and I am in love with Jesus.
Juanita, no! ¿Qué talking about? Bueno,
I don't know who you are.
it's Juan.
I will find you.
It's not Juan.
Do you know that Jesus loves you?
Jesus! What?
Did you love me, cousin?
No,
I hate you.
one chip?
There's no salsa.
Air did it. Hey, I said one chip.
I know, Juan's chips.
Bueno.
Women don't really believe in men no more, bro, because most dudes, y'all not trying to buy no house. You feel me? Y'all ain't trying.
I come to say goodbye.
Where are you going?
One of the saddest moments in a movie is even sadder when you realize this. In the movie All Dogs Go to Heaven, the voice actor for Anne-Marie, Judith Barcy, was murdered by her father during the production of the film. You may also know her as Ducky in The Land Before Time.
You keep it safe. Yep.
Judith had finished all her voice lines before her tragic death, but Burt Reynolds, who's the voice of Charlie, did not finish his yet. Burt Reynolds had to record his voice lines for the last scene of the movie when Charlie's saying goodbye to Anne-Marie after Judith had already passed away. Burt Reynolds stated that this was one of the hardest things that he's ever had to do. He broke down multiple times in the studio because this was his way of saying goodbye to Judith himself.
Miss you too, Squeaker. Now you go to sleep.
Charlie, will I ever see you again?
Sure you will. I come to say goodbye.
Where are you going?
Just on a little trip.
Charlie, will I ever see you again?
Sure you will, kid. You know, goodbyes aren't forever.
Then, goodbye, Charlie. I love you.
Yeah. I love you too.
Like one of my favorite quotes, it says, if you've forgotten the language of gratitude, you'll never be on speaking terms with happiness. What are you grateful for? Every single day, just slow down, right? Like, what are you grateful for, man? Like one of my favorite quotes, it says, if you've forgotten the language of gratitude, you'll never be on speaking terms with happiness. What are you grateful for? Every single day, just slow down, right? Like, what are you grateful for?
What kind of man takes a mother away from her child?
You tell me. You tried to take me away from my mother.
That is not the way it went. If you remember, your mother left me. You left me.
Oh, you, but you just left us. We needed you. I needed you.
What kind of man?
One of your quotes is, when you're winning, you're not as good as you think you are. When you're losing, you're not as bad as you think you are. What's that mean to you?
When you're winning, everybody's telling you how amazing you are. You're the best. You're amazing. You know, you're just better than that guy, and you're better than this guy. It always takes me back to that quote of Marcus Aurelius, who had a slave that would sit behind him and always whisper to him, hey,
you're just a man.
You're just a man.
You're just a man.
That's right, 40 laws of power.
One of your quotes is, when you're winning, you're not as good as you think you are. When you're losing, you're not as bad as you think you are. What's that mean to you?
When you're winning, everybody's telling you how amazing you are. You're the best. You're amazing. You know, you're just better than that guy, and you're better than this guy. It always takes me back to that quote of Marcus Aurelius, who had a slave that would sit behind him and always whisper to him, hey,
you're just a man.
You're just a man.
You're just a man.
That's right, 40 laws of power.
One of your quotes is,
if you're rejected, accept it. If you're unloved, let go. If they choose someone or something over you, move on. Not everyone you love will stay. Not everyone you trust will be loyal. I don't care about losing people who don't want to be in my life anymore. I've lost people who meant the world to me, and I'm still doing just fine. Do not follow the majority. Follow the right way. You can feel it when someone is not being real with you. Energy never lies. Always speak how you feel, and never be sorry for being real. Give people time. Give people space. Don't beg anyone to stay. Let them roam. What's meant for you will always be yours. I feel so much better when people don't know where I am and what I'm doing. It's liberating to move in silence without the pressure of outside opinions. What people don't know, they can't. If you're rejected, accept.
You wouldn't have suffered enough. I've been suffering all my life. I'm sorry. It's not enough. You know what it's like to be poor, and you know what it's like to work hard. Now you're going to learn what it's like to sweep floors and bust your ass and accomplish twice as much as all the kids around you. And it won't mean anything because they will still look down on you. And you will want so much for them to like you, and they just won't. And it'll break your heart. And that'll make your heart bigger and open your eyes, and finally you will realize that there's more to life than proving you're the smartest person in the world. I'm sorry, Malcolm, but you don't get the easy path. You wouldn't have suffered enough. I've been suffering all my life.
The man is not appreciated until he's gone. No man is appreciated because if he's been there from the time he's been with her, his presence make her take it for granted. That's why when people die, you so crazy because you took it for granted and you don't know what you had until it's gone. See, a man can't be measured until he's gone. You can't measure me while I'm here. You're trying to measure me while I'm here. And you trying to measure me without knowing whatever skeletons and demons that could come out the closet later down the road. See, there's 2 dates that people focus on. Birthdays, celebrate the shit after birthdays, and death days. And in the process of looking on the birthday and looking on the date you die, you overlook that little dash in the middle. That's the man. What do they say once you're gone? The man is not appreciated until he's gone. No man is a.
Sometimes in life, you have to put your ego down
You have to understand that this is the time where pain is your teacher, not your enemy.
This is the time where you are going to build yourself up and become the greatest version of yourself.
Slow success builds character.
Slow success will last for generations.
Don't even think about giving up.
Soon there will come a time when you look back and wish you could go through it all again. Trust me, I've been there.
Feel pain, accept pain, and know pain.
Those who do not know pain will never understand true peace.
And now, almighty push!
To love is to suffer, and there can be no love otherwise. It is a great and beautiful thing, but it is only beautiful and great to the extent that we are ready to suffer for it. To love someone means to see them as God intended them. It is not the brain that matters most, but that which guides it. The character, the heart, generous qualities, progressive ideas. The heart and the right, but above all the heart. Therein lies the greatest happiness, and therein lies the greatest love. But how could you live and have no story to tell? There are those who say, why do you love her if she doesn't love you? But I tell you, love her without hope. It is not for love's sake that you love her. It is simply because you need to love.
Heroes and villains always share the same backstory.
They undergo the same pain and experience, and the same loneliness.
However, the difference lies between what they choose to do about it.
If the world inflicts pain upon a villain, he will inflict it back.
But if the world hurts a hero, he won't let it happen to anyone else.
Heroes harness pain as a source of strength, while villains are consumed by it. Are you a hero or are you a villain?
What lessons did fatherhood teach you about life and how we should be living?
It taught me that love is real, that the most miraculous things are accessible and ordinary and animal, that you procreate life into being what a gift and it flows through you and we're part of an endless chain and God has no grandchildren.
Someday your kids are going to figure you out. I promise you they will. The type of parent you are, the type of spouse you are, how you treat other people, how much effort you put into them. You're either going to be someone they look up to or someone they never want to be like. Always.
Has history taught you nothing? We don't abandon you. Nick, you drive us away.
Is that so? What have I done lately? Cooperate and bow down to you, brother, to make up for daggering you, for the greater good of our plan to reap. Look the other way, sister, while you repeat the same cycle with Marcel, falling again for a man you shouldn't be with, while he controls the empire that we built, that he took. Now I make no excuses for past sins, but in the one moment when you two could have chosen to stand by me, to believe in me, leave my intentions for my own child were pure. Choose to stand against me, to side with my enemies.
Has history...
When I give, it does not come with strings. I'm not keeping track of what you owe me. When I give, I choose to do so without ulterior motives. I give because I'm genuine. I give because I know what it's like to be without, to long for and be ignored, to speak and not be heard, to care for and have nothing returned. When I give, it's because I get it. It's because I know the value in what I have in my heart, and I refuse to let the world stop me from sharing that. But when things start being taken for granted, when you no longer appreciate my sincerity, I won't switch, I won't get angry, and I'll just get smart and I'll change your role in my life. Because when I give, I'm all in. But when I'm done, there's no looking back. When I give, it does.
At this lion, he's the king of the jungle. The little lion comes, they start messing with him. Biting his tail, biting his ears. He doesn't do anything. The lioness, she starts messing with him. Coming over, making trouble. Still, nothing. The other animals, they notice this. And they start to move in. The jackals, hyenas, barking at him, laughing at him. They nip his toes and eat the food that's in his domain. And they get closer and closer and bolder, till one day, that lion gets up and tears the shit out of everybody, runs like the wind, eats everything in his path. Because every once in a while, the lion has to show the jackals who he is.
Remember, brother, you don't become the king by chasing the queen. You become the king by chasing the fucking crown. Remember, brother.
My mom's was a bomb. You know, world's best mom. My mom.
You know, he was my dad. I think every kid thinks like that about his dad. His dad is like, your dad's your protector. Your dad is like the coolest guy in the world.
As you get older, you know, when you're a kid, you don't necessarily understand or even appreciate what your dad is trying to do for you.
Prove them all fucking wrong. Every one of them. Whatever they said about you, use it as fucking fuel. Ignite that motherfucker inside you. Show them who you are.
The difference between men of God and warriors of God is often found both in their path and purpose. Neither is better. Both are equally important. Men of God are typically raised in good and faithful families, and their purpose is to sustain and keep the balance for the next generation to prosper. They inspire peace, love, and happiness through faith. Warriors of God were typically raised through the discipline of great suffering, and their purpose is to fight the imbalance and prosper, to break the cycle for the next generation. They inspire courage, discipline, and purpose through faith. Join us on our journey.
That your name may not appear down here in this World's Hall of Fame. In fact, you may be so unknown that no one knows your name. The Oscars and the praise of men may never come your way, but don't forget God has rewards that he'll hand out someday. This crowd on earth, they will soon forget when you're not at the top. They'll cheer like mad until you fall, and then their praise will stop. Not God, he never does forget. And in his Hall of Fame, by just believing on his Son, forever there's your name. I tell you, friend, I wouldn't trade my name, however small. It's written there beyond the stars in that celestial hall. For all the famous names on earth and the glory that they share, I'd rather be an unknown here than have my name up there. That your name may not.
I used to be the most negative person on earth. Something bad happened. Why the fuck this had to fucking happen to me right now? But they say when you change your perspective, that's when miracles happen. So now when bad shit happen to me, I don't be like, why me? I be like, why not me? I'm built for this type of shit. Let's get it. I used to be the most negative person on earth. Something bad happened. Why the fuck this had to fucking happen to me right now? But they say when you change your perspective, that's when miracles happen.
He's a good man, but he's the different one. He's humble. He's hardworking. He's kind. He's compassionate, and he's caring.
The biggest mistake we make in life is thinking we have time. Be present, love more, and love now. Pay more attention to how your life feels to you than how it looks to others. Sometimes you need to slow down
Remain calm and simply let life happen. Take a deep breath and focus on the simple, important things.
All right, y'all. That wraps it up for this little mini clips and like IG real ones. I go through and save, all the ones that catch my interest and I feel we can relate to. But with that being said, I hope everybody has a lovely night. All right. Your boy's not done yet. I'm just done with this live right here. This one because it's just mainly for the speeches and the motivation and just to inspire others to smile or at least keep going. You got this, all right? That being said, if you guys get the chance to make somebody smile out there, motivate them or inspire them in any way, y'all do that. Karma, she's extra lovely, so treat her right. She'll be fucking magnificent to you. With that being said, have a good one for now. I'll be right back. Ooh, wait. Hit that like button, share this, and subscribe.